Hello and welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to dive into the hidden world of event design. Specifically, we're talking about the art and the science behind something we all see but rarely think about: table setups. So think about it for a second. Why does a wedding reception feel so completely different from, say, a business conference? They both have tables, chairs, people, but the energy, the whole vibe, is night and day, right? Have you ever wondered what's really behind that?
Well, it's not just the music or the guest list. The secret is actually a kind of hidden language. It's an intentional design choice, spoken through the simple arrangement of tables and chairs that shapes our entire experience from the moment we walk into a room.
And learning to speak that hidden language, that is the real art of the setup. It's not just about giving people a place to sit. It's about going way beyond that to intentionally create a specific atmosphere.
This quote really just nails it. Every single choice, from the centerpiece on the table to the fold of a napkin, becomes a piece of a larger story. It's all about telling a story that makes an event unforgettable.
So, how do the pros actually pull this off? Well, they have a toolkit of classic layouts. Let's decode the 5 essential styles they use to create exactly the right feeling and function for any occasion.
First up, the one we all recognize instantly: banquet style. This is the absolute go-to for weddings, galas, award shows, you name it. Its whole purpose is to get people talking, dining, and celebrating together.
And look at how every single detail here is engineered for conversation. The round tables are a big one. They mean no one's stuck at the head of the table, so group chat is easy and natural. But even the small stuff, like a beautiful centerpiece or a custom napkin, adds to that feeling of a special, shared celebration. It's all by design.
All right, let's do a complete 180 and talk about classroom style. Just like the name says, this layout is all about focus and learning. Here, the layout is completely dictated by its purpose.
The priorities here are totally different. Everything is designed to actually stop crosstalk and minimize distractions. All the chairs face forward, you have a clear workspace. Even that 1 meter spacing between rows isn't just for comfort. It creates these little personal zones that keep all eyes front and center.
Okay, but what if your main goal is just to pack as many people into a room as possible for a huge announcement or a keynote? That, my friends, is where you bring in the theater style. You know, the most important detail here is what's not there: the tables. By getting rid of them, you don't just fit more people in. You create a truly captive audience. There's no space for laptops or notebooks, so the focus is 100% on the sightlines and the message coming from the stage.
Now, from that super focused attention, let's switch to free-flowing energy. Cocktail style is the ultimate social catalyst. It's intentionally designed to get people up, moving around, and interacting.
The secret sauce here? It's those tall tables with no chairs. They're designed to be temporary pit stops, not permanent seats. This makes people circulate, mingle, and network, which creates that dynamic, high-energy buzz you feel at a great cocktail party. And finally, we have buffet style. Now, this one is, well, it's less about creating a vibe and a whole lot more about pure logistics. The main goal here is simple, beautiful efficiency. This is all about solving that universal problem: the chaotic, messy buffet line. The layout is designed for one thing and one thing only: a smooth, logical flow of people. Using a U-shape or lining the walls and keeping the decor simple prevents those traffic jams and makes sure getting food is easy and orderly for everyone. So, to pull this all together, just look at this chart. It really shows how each style is a specific tool for a specific job. Banquet is social, classroom is focused, theater is captive, cocktail is high energy, and buffet is efficient. It's basically the perfect cheat sheet for understanding an event's true intention.
Okay, so knowing the styles is half the battle, but turning that blueprint into a flawless reality, that's a whole other ballgame. Let's look at how it's actually done through a really meticulous, step-by-step process.
And this is where the precision really shines. Check out the order here. It is absolutely critical. You start with the foundation: smooth, perfect tablecloths. Then, the big stuff, the chairs, all lined up with military precision. Only then does the tableware come out. The decor is one of the last things to go on, so it doesn't get in the way. It's a sequence built for perfection, and it all ends with a final, eagle-eyed quality check.
But a perfect setup is more than just tables and chairs lined up correctly. The final layer, the real magic, is all about crafting the ambiance, using those subtle cues that make you feel a certain way.
And this comparison just says it all, doesn't it? Let's just take lighting. For a conference, you want bright, clear light to keep everyone awake and focused. But for a wedding, you want warm, atmospheric lighting to create that romantic, intimate feeling. It could be the exact same room, but the lighting gives it a totally different soul.
If you want to know what attention to detail really looks like, look at this number. 50 centimeters. That is the prescribed space between chairs in certain setups. It's such a tiny thing, but it ensures everyone has personal space and that the whole room looks uniform. It's that kind of precision that separates the pros from the amateurs.
And then you've got the final signature details, the little things people really remember. It could be some subtle branding on a coaster or theme decor that ties everything together. It's even things you might not notice consciously, like the staff wearing gloves during setup. That sends a powerful, unspoken message about quality and care.
And here's the really cool part, the main takeaway. The absolute best event setups are basically invisible. They don't scream for your attention. Instead, they work quietly in the background, silently guiding how you feel, how you interact, and what you'll remember long after the event is over.
So now you know the secret language of tables and chairs. The next time you walk into any event, take a look around and ask yourself, what story is this room trying to tell me? Thanks for joining me on this one.